The Fairest of Them All. In a grand castle nestled in the heart of Germany lived a princess named Snow White. Her skin was as white as the first winter snow, her lips as red as the deepest rose, and her hair as black as the ebony wood of the forest. But her beauty was a curse, for her stepmother, the queen, was a woman of vanity and cruelty. The queen possessed a magic mirror, and every day she would ask, "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And every day the mirror would reply, "You, my queen, are the fairest of them all." But one day, the mirror's answer changed. "My queen, you are fair, it is true, but Snow White is 1,000 times fairer than you." Consumed by jealousy, the queen summoned her most trusted huntsman. "Take Snow White into the forest," she commanded, her voice dripping with venom. "And as proof of your deed, bring me back her heart." The huntsman, a kind man who had known Snow White since she was a child, could not bring himself to harm her. "Flee, my princess," he urged, his voice thick with emotion. "Run deep into the forest and never return." He watched as she disappeared into the trees, then killed a wild boar and took its heart to the queen. Snow White ran until her legs could carry her no further, the forest growing darker and more menacing with every step. Just as she was about to give up hope, she stumbled upon a small cottage, nestled in a sun-dappled clearing. A thin wisp of smoke curled from its chimney, and a warm, inviting light glowed from its windows. With a deep breath, she knocked on the tiny door. The door creaked open to reveal 7 dwarfs, their faces a mixture of surprise and suspicion. But as they looked at the weary princess, their hearts softened. They welcomed her into their home, offering her food and a warm bed. In return, Snow White cooked and cleaned for them, bringing a touch of warmth and cheer to their bachelor lives. Back at the castle, the queen once again consulted her mirror. "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror replied, "My queen, you are fair, it is true, but Snow White, living with the 7 dwarfs, is still 1,000 times fairer than you." The queen, disguised as an old peddler woman, traveled to the dwarf's cottage. She offered Snow White a beautiful, poisoned apple, its skin as red as a ruby. "Just one bite," she coaxed, "and all your dreams will come true." Snow White, tempted by the apple's beauty, took a single bite and fell into a deep, death-like sleep. When the dwarfs returned, they found Snow White lifeless on the floor. Heartbroken, they built a glass coffin and placed her inside so they could gaze upon her beauty forever. They kept a constant vigil, their hearts heavy with grief. One day, a handsome prince, who had heard tales of the sleeping princess, came to the cottage. He was so captivated by her beauty that he leaned down and kissed her. At that moment, the piece of poisoned apple dislodged from her throat, and she awoke. The prince and Snow White were married,